Bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
Here we go. Break.
To throw, it's Cunningham. Pulls it in, it's Pickett. A 7-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
And he makes the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pressure coming. Pucks it out of the air.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He'll pull it on the read. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Cunningham. He's going to fire deep. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Inside the 30. He's at the and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Cunningham. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab on the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. On the ground, it's Washington. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that one.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Here's the heat. He'll try to breaks into the open. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Cunningham. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
He's open on the right. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Takes the handoff. It's Sayers. Quick step and go. At midfield, he's got room. Flying down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to pass. It's Cunningham. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm? Bringing the heat. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Montana. Forced out of the pocket. What an abject disaster by this guy. Running around, never threw it away, and finally forced out of bounds. Big loss forced by the D.
And you really need your quarterbacks, man, to understand, like, to stay on schedule. And we can't take those big losses, right? So once I start to scramble around and I'm trying to buy time or I'm trying to make a big play, like, give it up, get north-south, throw the football away. You can't just turn, run out of bounds.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown! Touchdown, Texas! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Texas offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
He throws back to the left side, and it's caught inside the 20. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Back to pass, it's Cunningham. It's complete to the right. Turning it on. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try.
Texas 28, LSU 6.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.